Hey guys, it's your boy Nick with Pickman, and I'm back with another video for you guys. I'm going to be doing picks on the Dana White Contender Series Week 5. Personally, I don't like betting on Dana White Contender Series because most of these fighters aren't proven. But I wanted to do some tape study and get this picks video out to you guys because I appreciate the love that you guys gave me for we hit 100 subscribers, which was one of my first goals on YouTube ever. So I really appreciate that. I wanted to make this video out for you guys so you guys can use it for research if you guys are going to be betting on Dana White Contender Series. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. So the first fight, we have the girls going at it. We have Barbosa versus Ryan Guerrero. And I'm going to go with the Barbosa. The reason with that is I think whatever Guerrero does, I think Barbosa is going to do it better. I know she's got some losses, but those are two good level competition. Josiah Nunes, who's doing really good in the UFC right now, and the other one to another girl that's pretty experienced right now. I think so like Barbosa, she's got a judo background. She's a multiple level black belt in jiu-jitsu. She's been competing at the highest level of judo also and jiu-jitsu. So like she's got a really good ground game. But what I really like about her is the striking. She looks super crisp in the striking, guys. Like, I watched her last fight, and she just looks so improved in the striking. She's also got a win over Silva, who's on like a crazy win streak right now. Silva's on like a crazy crazy 8-5 win streak right now. Silva is just choking girls left and right, and this girl's got a win over her. She beat her by unanimous decision. Like, that's gotta tell you something. This girl is good. I think at 31 years old now is the time for her to get into the UFC. I know Guerrero has like a 4 or 5 win streak, but it wasn't a good level competition. The level of competition difference is huge between the two, I think, in my opinion. The difference between the two is Barbosa is a much more technical striker. She's also got a better footwork, so she knows how to move in and out. She can touch you with her strikes, and you can't really find her. That's what I like about Barbosa. Also, she's super dangerous if she gets taken down. I don't think she's gonna get taken down. She's got really good takedown defense. But if Guerrero wants to get into the grappling, which I think she will, because she's gonna get touched up on the feet, I think Guerrero is gonna get choked out here, or beat by unanimous decision. Barbosa has really good ground game. That's what I really like about her. If she gets you to the ground, it's gonna be hard for you to get up from underneath her. Also, like, she likes to get to the body lock and drag her opponents to the ground. She's also got a really good backpack type of control, like Aljamain Sterling. She will lock you in, and you can't really get out of there for the whole round. And also, she's only got 7 pro fights, and I think she's making a lot of improvements now. She's faced a much better competition, like I said earlier. LFA is a good promotion. We have a lot of good prospects coming out of LFA, and I know she's got some losses, but Josiah Nunes, she's 10-1. Like, I'm not gonna hate on her for losing to Josiah Nunes. And to Gina Bishop, she's 5-0. This girl, like, her only 2 losses are to good fighters. I think Barbosa is gonna get the win here. I'm gonna say Barbosa by submission or unanimous decision. Let's go to the next fight now, guys. Next fight we have Silva versus Kevin Vallejos. This fight's gonna be a banger, guys. This fight is 2 strikers who like to stand and bang, and they don't like going for takedowns mostly. Vallejo is the type of guy that will mix in a takedown here and there, but he wants to stand and bang. That's what he wants to do. So let's talk about Silva first. This dude is a powerful striker, man. This dude has that striking style with his hands low, similar to Bobby Green, but he will have like the suited top type of boxing style. He likes to walk forward with his hands up, like with crisp striking. He's got nasty knees, man. He will put you down with that knee. He will pretty much fly at you with that knees. Like, this guy loves throwing those knees. Um, he likes throwing those knees in the clinch and from range. Like, that's crazy. It's kind of funny when he just flies at you with the knees. If you're not careful and you got your head go down a little bit, he will put you out with those knees, man. This dude throws a lot of knees. He's super entertaining to watch. He's got a ton of power. He will hurt you and pretty much put you out, man. This dude's a dangerous striker. He will sleep you if he isn't scared of what's coming back at him, and if he isn't scared about your power. I think this dude will walk you down and put you out cold. Like, I've seen him put guys out cold, and he's fought some good level competition. He's fought in Aspers FC, but he's fought some okay guys. Not the worst level of competition. I think both of these guys haven't faced the best competition. But I think Gene Silva probably the more dangerous striker. But Vallejo is a pretty good. He's a good kickboxer too. I mean, this dude, seems more well rounded than Gene Silva. I'll say. He's also like much younger than Gene Silva. He's got good experience. He's undefeated though, so that's gonna his confidence is gonna be super high. But Gene he's probably the better level of competition, in my opinion. This dude, the thing I like about Vallejo is if he gets an opportunity to get you to the ground, he will take you down. He's a tough kid, man. This dude, he's got a good chin on him. Only goes for takedowns when there's opportunity, which I like. But I hope he goes for more takedowns here, because Silva is a dangerous dude. He's got nasty power on the feet, and those knees are just nasty. I like that he went for more takedowns in his previous fight. I think this fight's gonna stay on the striking range though. I don't think either guy's gonna go for the takedowns. I think that's why the UFC made this matchup, because they know both these guys like to stand and bang, and both of them have a lot of power. I think this fight's gonna go under 2.5, and I'm gonna pick Vallejos, but not by much, man. This dude is dangerous. I know a lot of people are sleeping on Silva here, but this dude is not someone you want to be sleeping on. He's a dangerous Brazilian dude, and he's only like 26 years old, so it's not like he's super old or anything. He's fighting out of Fighting Nerds. Good camp. I mean, not horrible or anything, but this is gonna be a good matchup, man. This is gonna be a stand-up banger. It's gonna be a banger fight as long as it lasts. I think it's gonna be someone's going to bed. I think someone for sure is going to bed in this fight, guys. But I'm gonna pick Kevin Vallejos by knockout, by decision maybe, because Silva is tough, dude, man. This dude is tough, dude. He's never been finished, and I don't think Vallejo is gonna finish him, to be honest, man. Yeah, none of these guys have been finished, but I'm gonna go Kevin Vallejos by decision. Let's go to the next fight now. We have Chad Hannicum versus Dylan Buka. Let's talk about Dylan Buka first. So this dude likes throwing hands. He likes to walk forward with his hands up, pretty much with the previous guy. And he's got heavy hands, man. He has powerful takedowns also, but he can be taken down on himself. I've seen him get taken down and controlled by his opponents, much lower fighters. So I think this is not a good matchup for him here. He does know what he's doing on the ground. He can stay safe, but sometimes he seems to be lost and won't get the guard, won't go for the guard, and will let his opponents advance the position on him on the ground. Also, he does no wrist control. So if he gives up his back, he knows that he's got to control his opponent's wrist so he doesn't get choked out. He often goes for the Kimura to help him get up and reverse the position. He was also choked out in his first MMA pro career by rear naked choke. Like I said, he's not the best, not the smartest guy on the ground. I think a guy like Chad Hannicum can find a submission or ground and pound on Dylan Buka here. I really like Chad Hannicum here. This is a matchup with both grapplers mostly. Both of these guys aren't the best strikers, but I think Chad Hannington is probably the more technical striker. Doesn't throw a lot of volume though. That's one thing I don't like about him. He has been knocked out once by Daniel Pereira. I think Chad Hannington is gonna win this fight. Both of them like going for takedowns, but I think Chad Hannington is the more skilled grappler out of the two guys. I think he's fought the better level of competition. Both of them have fought cans pretty much, but I think Hannington has fought the better level of competition. He's also taller at 6'4" with the 75-inch reach. I think that's gonna help him stay at range, and he likes throwing leg kicks also, which I like. He's also willing to fight on the back foot, which isn't the best like for him, because he can get clipped on the feet. I've seen him get clipped, but he's got a good chin. I think he can take a shot if he needs to. I think this fight's gonna stay in the striking. I think this fight's gonna go to the ground. And I do think it's gonna be easy ground and pound for Chad Hannington, because let's talk about Chad Hannington, man. So we have another fighter coming out of South Africa. I'm really excited about Chad, man. I think he's got a good ground game. He's got good skills all around. He can stay safe on the feet. He's 6'4" with a 75.5-inch reach, like I said earlier. Fights like a tall fighter. He's got a pretty good jab also that he throws once in a while. Doesn't throw the jab a whole lot, but he will throw it once in a while on the feet. He needs to stop letting his opponents pressure him back, but he does fight okay on the back foot, which isn't too bad. I also don't like when he shoots for takedowns on his opponents and to defend, and then he tries to force it. It doesn't end up good for him, because it gives the opportunity for his opponents to land off the break. And his fight with Janu clipped him like twice off the break. Every time they broke off the break, when he was failed the takedowns, he would break off and then get clipped right away. So he's got to be careful when he's defending takedowns or attempting takedowns, because Dylan can land a nasty elbow or something on him. I've seen him get clipped multiple times on his takedown attempts. If you go watch his previous fights, you're going to see him go for takedowns and then fail and then get clipped off the break, which is not something you want to see. He's also going to leave his neck out in danger when he goes for takedowns. Gives his opponents the opportunity to get a guillotine on him or a ninja choke. I think he almost got guillotined by Janu twice in that fight in the second and third round. If you go watch that fight, you're going to see him get choked out almost at the end. But he is a tough dude, man. He's not going to panic when he gets into these chokes. It does show experience. He does have nasty ground and pound though. If he gets to the mount position, he's gonna ground and pound you and finish you off. Not the best finisher though, but I think he's gonna be making some improvements. So he's only got 11 fights. I think Chad Hannington is gonna win this fight, and everyone agrees pretty much. Everyone thinks it's gonna be a ground and pound pretty much. I think it's gonna be a submission. I'm gonna go Chad Hannington by submission. Let's go to the next fight now, guys. We have the co-main event of the evening: Sidi versus Ramon Tavares. Okay, so let's talk about Sidi. So this dude is a good wrestler, fights out of BFL, which has some good guys coming out of BFL right now. We had Machado, who got a contract, even with a decision win over a sloppy heavyweight, and he got a contract. And then we had Mateo Vogel, who had a competitive fight with Kuamba last week, and he was out of BFL also. So we had some good fighters out of BFL. They have good competition there, so they're not fighting all cans over there and then they get exposed in the UFC, which isn't like other promotions where we have fighters coming out of other promotions. They get exposed pretty bad. So I mean, this dude, he's probably gonna have the grappling edge here in this fight. I think he is okay striking. Also, he's okay on the strike. He can stay safe and hang on the feet. And most often, he's not looking to. Most often he is looking to set up his takedowns with his striking. He doesn't check leg kicks at all, which I don't like. Just pretty much eats all the leg kicks. Tries to catch the kicks, which I don't like, because his opponents can go to the head, and he could be looking to catch and then get head kicked. So he's got to stop catching the kicks. I mean, he also doesn't rush for takedowns, which I like. He's willing to stay patient and strike with his opponents until he gets an opportunity to get a takedown. Doesn't wear damn as well, which I don't like. So if you do start landing your jabs on him, it's gonna show up on his face. He gets all red and everything, starts getting bruised up pretty quick, like Nate Diaz. Also, Russell, I seen him get clipped like against Austin Wells. Yeah, seen him get clipped against Austin Russell, who's another Canadian prospect. His only loss in his career was to Mateo Vogel though. Mateo Vogel, I think, is a pretty good prospect, man. I think no shame in losing to Mateo Vogel. Who we saw last week. We seen how tough Mateo Vogel is. Mateo Vogel pretty much outstruck Kwamba and still lost the fight, which is kind of crazy to see, to be honest. He lost that fight by a split decision, so that fight could have gone either way. So I think we have some good fighters coming out of BFL. So for this fight, man, I think this fight is going to be tricky because both of these guys are. This is a striker versus grappler matchup, pretty much. Tavares is the striker, Sidi is the grappler, but Sidi can also strike on the feet. Not the most technical striker on the feet, but I think his edge is going to be on the ground, and Tavares is going to be the better striker here. Let's talk about Tavares now. So after watching his tape, right, this dude, he likes to walk forward and throw heavy hands. He likes to walk his opponent's back to the cage and let his hands go. He's got really nasty, powerful striking on the feet. He has good fast striking, really fast hands, throws in combinations, which I like. Does leave his head in the center line sometimes when he wants to load up on a big right hand. Not that good with his striking defense, which could be a problem here. Doesn't block body kicks all that much. Has good punching power though. He does have knockdown ratio good. He's been knocking down people in the regional scene. Knows how to defend takedowns, which is important because I think Sidi's gonna be looking for those takedown attempts. I think Tavares, he's gonna be able to defend the takedowns here. But let's talk about the level of competition. Sidi has definitely faced a better level of competition. Tavares hasn't faced that good level of competition in combat night. His win over James Dunn, who's a okay fighter. His win over Charles Burnett, who's not the best fighter, 30-40. Before that against Martin Day, 8-7. His only loss was to Edward Massey, and he got knocked out in the first round. 8-7 guys, so not a good look there. But I think this fight's gonna be a very competitive fight. I don't know if Sidi's gonna be able to get the takedowns here. What I like about Tavares, man, I like his boxing. He does mix in body shots really well. I think he's going to be able to land the body shots. I think he's going to be able to land the leg kicks here. I think he's going to be able to land the shots on the head of Sidi here. If Sidi doesn't get the takedown, doesn't mix in the takedowns in the control time, I think Tavares is going to gain confidence. I think Tavares is going to start walking him forward. I think Tavares is more dangerous, more powerful with his hands. But if this fight gets to the ground, I think Sidi can lock in a submission or ground and pound, man. Sidi is much more technical on the ground, and Tavares is more technical on the feet. So his only loss in his pro career, that was by knockout Like I said in the first round, I wasn't able to find that fight. I wanted to watch that fight and see how he got knocked out, but I wasn't able to find the fight anywhere on YouTube or Fight Pass. His only other loss in his career, which was in his amateur career, was to Steven Kozlow, who's a pretty good fighter, man. Steven Kozlow's in the UFC right now. Steven Kozlow just made his UFC debut like a couple months back, and he made his UFC debut against Cameron Simon, who's a really good prospect that we know. And Kozlow went 3 rounds with Cameron Simon and got knocked out in the 3rd round. But towards going 3 rounds with Kozlow, I mean, that's not a bad look there. I think this fight's gonna be very competitive, man. I want to be biased and pick my Canadian prospect here, but I can't do it, man. I think Tavares is gonna be able to defend the takedowns here. I think Tavares is gonna be the underdog here also, and as long as he doesn't get knocked out like he did in the first round, I think he can outstrike Sidi here, out damage on the feet, but he has to defend the takedowns. That's what I'm worried about. It's crazy that I'm not going with my Canadian prospect here, but watching both of their tape, watching Sidi not defend any leg kicks, not defend body kicks, catching kicks on the feet, doesn't have the best takedown entries on the feet. I think Ramon Tavares can get a win here. Let's go to the main event of the evening, guys. Hit the subscribe button. We just hit 100 subscribers. I appreciate you guys, all of you guys that like the videos, that watch the videos, that appreciate all the work that I put into this. We went 11-1 on the last UFC card. Absolutely killed it. We were 10 units in profit, guys. 10 units. I started with 500 and we were 10 units up in profit, which is absolutely crazy. We went undefeated on all the best bets, the parlay and the props. Undefeated, guys. We're absolutely killing it. So don't forget to hit the sub button, guys. That's all I ask. Just hit the sub button and the like button. Let's break down the main event now, guys. Let me find my notes. Just a second, guys. So we have Bruno Lopez going up against Branson Ribeiro. I think this fight's pretty much a tailor-made matchup for Bruno Lopez, to be honest, if you ask me. This dude is a very skilled fighter, man. I think he should be in the UFC. I'm shocked that some guys, they give some young crazy prospects the opportunity to make it to the UFC, but then they make guys like who are 11-0 come to the Dana White Contender Series. It's just shocking to me. Like even George Hardwick has to go through the Contender Series, but guys like lower level people like Cavalcanti and the other girl Cornell, they just get to make their UFC debut without going to the Contender Series. I don't know what the hell is going on, to be honest. But let's talk about Bruno Lopez, man. This dude is a really good prospect. This dude is very skilled on the feet and the ground. Very well-rounded skills all around. He's got a very good inside boxing, very good uppercuts. But sometimes he can leave his head in the center line to get countered. But he's got a very good chin. Does mix in body shot. He does have really good power. Does put on damage on his opponents when he lands. Has a very good clinch work. Does damage in the clinch also, which you like to see. He's not just trying to hold in the clinch at all. Very good fight finisher. Once he has his opponents hurt, he's not gonna let you off the hook. I think he's ready for the UFC, man. I really think, to be honest, I think he's ready. I think he's gonna have really competitive fights. I think he's gonna get some wins in the UFC. He seems to be very polished in all areas of MMA, and he's got a really high level ground game. Very good ground and pound and takedown defense. His takedown defense is very, very elite. I don't see him getting taken down in this fight at all. He knows how to dig underhooks. He knows just what to do. On the other hand, we have Branson Ribeiro, who doesn't know what to do, who is lost on the ground. So Branson Ribeiro, not the most technical guy on the feet, gets clipped on the feet by lower level guys, willing to brawl on the feet recklessly. Leaves his head on the center line, always willing to go for his own takedowns, but not the best top control. He will get takedowns reversed by his lower level opponents. Looks kind of lost on the ground, to be honest. In his fights, if you go watch his fights, he just looks lost, completely lost on the ground. Doesn't seem to know what he's doing on the ground. Lets his opponents get to the mount super fast. Like doesn't have a good guard game at all. Doesn't know what hand control is at all. Like I can't believe this guy's. They matched him up against Bruno Lopez. To be honest, I think this is a showcase fight for Bruno Lopez. I think Bruno Lopez can knock him out. I think he can submit him. Hibera's been submitted twice, knocked out twice, lost by decision once. So Lopez can pretty much win the fight anywhere it goes. I think Bruno Lopez is gonna be a pretty big favorite. I haven't seen the odds yet, but I think he's gonna be a pretty big favorite. Let's look at the odds, guys. I should have pulled up the odds before, but forgot to. Let's look at the odds now. I don't like looking at the odds before I make my picks. I don't think the odds are even out yet, are they? We still have previous. We should have some odds here. Yeah, I don't think we have odds yet, to be honest. I think they're gonna come out tomorrow. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that we don't have odds yet. I couldn't really find the odds on DraftKings either. But yeah, I expect Bruno Lopez to be a heavy favorite here. Once again, guys, don't forget to hit the sub button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me repeat my picks again. My picks are from start to finish. For the main event, I have Bruno Lopez by finish by ground and pound. I have Ramon Tavares by decision. I have Chad Hanekom by submission or ground and pound. I have Kevin Vallejos by knockout, by decision I mean. I have Dion Barbosa by submission or decision maybe. But yeah, those are the picks. So the first pick is Dion Barbosa, then Kevin Vallejo, Chad Hanekom, Ramon Tavares, and then Bruno Lopez. There it is, guys. That's Dana White Contender Series Week 5. Don't forget to hit the sub button on your way out, and good luck to all of you. If you're betting on these fights, good luck to you guys. But I personally am staying away from all of these fights. I'm not betting on either of these fighters. I might bet on Barbosa because I think she's got the most dangerous fight and the most likely path to victory against Guerrero. I might parlay. I think if you guys want to throw someone in a parlay, I think Lopez and Barbosa maybe. I think that could be a good safety parlay. I think the over 2.5 in Barbosa and Guerrero and Bruno Lopez fight could be a good one. Or you could go with Chad Hanekom and Bruno Lopez. Yeah, that could be a good parlay, to be honest. But I think the Bruno Lopez and Dion Barbosa is the parlay that I like. That's my official parlay, guys. Dion Barbosa and Bruno Lopez. There it is, guys. That's the parlay, and those are the picks. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe, guys. Once again, best of luck to you guys. This took me 5 hours to watch some fights back and make my picks. So I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Good luck to you guys later. Take care of yourself. Bye now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.